Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you're all doing well today. We are back with another Starfield weapon mod review. It has been way too long. Sorry about that. Today, we are having a look at the SR-7 PDW by HeroicPie117, Master Chief himself. Wow. It costs 300 credits and is available on all platforms. So this author just dropped two mods at once. The other is called the Phantom Strike XR9, I believe, and I'll be covering that one next. That video should be dropping at or around the same time as this one, so look for that if you're interested. Hear the firing sounds. All right.
Got a moment? Let's catch up.
Okay, Barrett.
What's new?
Give me a minute. I'm reviewing a mod, Barrett. We can solve your personal issues later. It's injected into the leveled list and begins spawning at around level 15. So one thing I'll say right off the jump is I do wish that there was a version that was placed in the world. I tend to prefer that. That's just a personal thing for me. I'm always of the opinion that weapon mods should be available to the player relatively easily. You don't have to work, you don't have to sit and wait around for the game to decide to give you one, and it should be useful throughout an entire playthrough. Now, the jury's still out on that front, but I want to check out the customization options real quick. So for barrels, we've got bull barrel, a heavier barrel for more increased accuracy and stability. Fluted barrel, a lighter barrel with increased accuracy and recoil control. Stabilizing barrel, specialized mag-assisted barrel, vastly increases accuracy and recoil control at the cost of aim down sight speed while standing still, standard with no discernible effects. And tech barrel greatly increases accuracy, recoil, and range at the cost of aim down sight speed. So one thing I'm noticing is, are these actually look different? Okay, so I zoomed in and took pictures of all the barrels, and they all look exactly the same. Oh, there's that picture there. A little unfortunate that the barrels all have the same model. I would like to see different ones, even a little, for each. I mean, they all have different stats. Well, these two have, so it seems like they all have different stats, but let's just try firing with the bull barrel for once. I want to see what that does. So this is the bull barrel. Walked all the way up past the light. And this is the fluted barrel, which is supposed to give better recoil control. So they walked up to about the same place there. Unclear how much they actually change. All right, so I'm gonna try the tech barrel out now, just to. So far as I can tell, none of them actually reduce the amount of recoil you get from firing them. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm not exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not exactly pleased that all the barrels look exactly the same. But okay, let's move on. So you can change the color of the light. Let's change it to red. There's red, green, amber, yellow. Hey, wait a minute. That's the yellow, and that's the amber. I mean, they look like there's a slight difference, but they look kind of similar to me. I don't know. I think you should have gone with a color that's more discernible. That looks almost exactly the same. And that's the blue and cyan. At least these are different. Like at least you can clearly see that they're different. But all right, so for sights, we've got E-point red dot sight. There it is. EQ Tech EPX3 reflex sight. Bam. I like the sound effects, and I think these are. I'm pretty sure that is a vanilla sound effect, though. Look, here's the thing. Like, Starfield mods are limited more so than Fallout 4, right? I cover a lot of Fallout 4 mods on this channel, weapon mods, and obviously there's a lot of advantages over there. There's custom animations and everything, which Starfield obviously doesn't have. So when it comes to weapon mods for this game, you really got to kind of make up for that with, unique features and stuff that isn't in the vanilla game, like custom attachments with effects you wouldn't find on a vanilla game. EQ Tech EPX3 reflex sight magnifier, and I appreciate that at least the sights are all different models. And okay, there's the magnifier segment. And what am I missing? Which one did I miss? This one, I think, the Holden HoloLens 612X reflex. I think that's the one I started. Is that the one I started with? I'm pretty sure that's the one I started with. Yes, I believe that is the case. And okay, it looks like a smaller version of that other one we just looked at. Oh, it's so annoying that you don't save attachments in your inventory like in Fallout 4. That's so fucking annoying. Okay, so 2 of them have the same sight. One is larger and one is smaller. Okay, and marksman sight. That's the last one we haven't looked at yet. Okay, ooh, okay, that one looks kind of cool. I like that. At least that one's unique. So moving on to muzzles, we've got Apex Warden muzzle brake, increased long range accuracy and stability at the cost of hip fire accuracy. Ember Strike muzzle brake increases long range accuracy and stability at the cost of hip fire accuracy. Marauder muzzle brake increases long range accuracy and stability at the cost of hip fire accuracy. Okay, Phantom Suppressor reduces acoustic intensity while increasing accuracy at the cost of range. Reaver muzzle brake increases long range accuracy and stability at the cost of hip fire accuracy. And Vortex muzzle brake increases long range accuracy and stability at the cost of hip fire accuracy. Okay, these both allegedly do the same thing. One weighs slightly more than the other. Can no other stat change there. Look, they look different at least. At least these attachments aren't like copies. Okay, I want to test the suppressor out and just see what the sound effect is like. All right. Kind of like that. I'm like 99% sure these are vanilla sound effects. I have a tendency, Starfield is kind of one of my podcast games, I call it, or album games, right? I often play this game muted and just, you know, explore planets and stuff like that. So sometimes I kind of forget what sound effects are vanilla and which ones aren't. But I'm 90% sure, and correct me in the comments if I'm wrong about that. I don't want to be saying bullshit, you know? Grip and stock. We've got 3 stocks. We've got ergonomic stock, increases a comfortable stock that increases accuracy and aim down sight speed, and stabilizing stock, which it just says stabilizing stock and doesn't care to elaborate. Doesn't seem to have an effect. Oh, okay. Well, it increases the weight, but it doesn't list what the effect it actually has, and I appreciate that it has a unique model. All right, and magazine and battery, we've got armor piercing, more powerful casing can penetrate even the sturdiest armor's explosives. Rounds explode on contact with a surface. And tactical magazine, lighter mag that vastly increases aim down sight speed and reload speed. Let's just give that one a try real fast. All right, I do notice that is faster. All right. Internal, we've got hair trigger. It's always a lighter trigger pull for increased fire rate, high-powered increased damage, and high velocity. Internal module increases accuracy and range. Okay. Which one do I want? Like, this thing fires fast enough as it is. I'm gonna go for the high velocity one. That's kind of cool. Receiver, fully automatic, and semi. So that's interesting. It says, it's weird that it says it's damage actually drops when it goes to semi-automatic. That's odd, because usually, for example, with some of the vanilla guns, like if when you change a vanilla gun to semi-automatic, the damage goes up. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to, I did buy 2 of these, so I'll change one. I think I'll change this one to semi-automatic, and then when I'm field testing them, I'll just make sure, see how the damage actually is on that. Skins. We've got 10 skins. That's not bad. That's actually a good number of skins. All right, so we've got skin 1. All right, and I'll just show you all the skins real fast in like a quick succession. All right, so there's all the skins. 10 is a good number. I do appreciate that there's a fair number of skins included. I think, which one did I like? I liked one of them a lot. I think it was number, actually, I think I like, yeah, there it is. I like number 3 the best, personally. All right, upgrade module. Okay, this is all the free lanes shit that was added. There's your legendary. Quality level, it's at standard. Okay, it says I can, okay, so up there it says it's advanced. And down here it says I'm upgrading it to calibrated. The fuck? Okay, that's a little weird, not gonna lie. The damage is going up. Okay, I'm gonna just... Okay, there, I bumped it all the way up to advanced. So that seems like that might be a bug. There, I kitted one out to be automatic and the other semi-automatic. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go find some shit to shoot. Barrett, pack your shit. We're going on safari again. All right, I'll catch up with you guys when I get there. See you in a second. All right, here we are on Schrodinger 3 once again. I need to find a dedicated spot where I can...
Oh, this is going to be fast.
So... Whoop, whoa. Okay, they're swarming. That's why I like this place. It's kind of okay.
Oh, I got you.
Okay, so it doesn't.
Whoopsie.
I'm gonna switch back to
Fine. Let's go.
Okay, so yeah, it's as I suspected. Sorry if it's loud, guys. Hold on. I'm gonna turn down the volume just a little bit. Okay, it's as I suspected. Is that? Oh, he used his power. Yeah, we have 2 Barretts. That's why Barrett's useful. I like Barrett. Barrett's my favorite constellation, by the way. You know why? Because he's the only one that treats you like a person if you're a Starborn. If you tell everybody you're a Starborn, Barrett's the only one that treats you like a person. You know, all the other ones are, oh, you scare me. You knew me in another universe. Barrett's like, hey, buddy, I know you. You're interesting. You're, you know, extra dimensional quantum entity and all that. I don't judge you for that. So it seems like the semi-automatic barrel, as you could see before when I was shooting the cats, it doesn't seem like the semi-automatic barrel actually increases the damage of the weapon. It doesn't like rebalance it. You know, like if it's a semi-automatic, it's supposed to do more damage per shot. I really want to try and thoroughly test this here before I say some shit that's not true. Okay, I'm gonna shoot this weird dinosaur. Apologies to any animal rights activists in the comments. Apologies. Okay, that was like 4 shots. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, that was 4 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that one's a crit. Okay, walk right up to this fucker. All right. Oh, he's peaceful. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the semi-automatic took 5 shots. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 5, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I don't want to fucking crit. I'm literally doing more damage per shot with the semi-automatic than I am with that. Okay, so yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. Well, that just about covers it, guys. I'm sorry to say, no hate to the mod author and all that, but I personally do not recommend this one. Lacking in features, you know, obviously things are more limited with Starfield than they are for Fallout 4, but you gotta make use of what you can, right? And especially like for the price point of 300 credits, there's so many better options out there. Like, I mean, well, I'll say this, it is unfortunate. I do feel for the author of this one a little bit because it dropped right alongside a new one from Bub200, who is one of the best Starfield weapon mod authors there is. I mean, his Arabella is a personal favorite of mine. His new Varun Nocturna, which I'm going to be covering tomorrow, I believe. What's going on? Barrett? Anyway, I'll be covering that one probably tomorrow. I don't know when exactly that'll go because I'm gonna kind of go above and beyond with that one for the end. I'm gonna kind of go above and beyond for that one since Bub went above and beyond for the mod, so I'm gonna go above and beyond for the video. If you've seen my Fallout 4 weapon mod reviews, you probably have an idea of what I mean by that. But yeah, it's a little unfortunate. Look, I do feel for this the author that, you know, he dropped right alongside buzz, but the fact is that that weapon is fucking awesome. To give spoilers, it costs, it's same price, it's 300 credits, you get 2 weapons. They're both fucking awesome. And like, look, this one, it doesn't really do anything that a vanilla weapon doesn't do. It's got all the same kind of features. It's got redundant customization options. Some of them don't work. Like, it seems like, I tested it pretty thoroughly. It seems like the semi-automatic firing option doesn't even buff the damage, like, so there's no point in really using that. On the positives, look, I do like how it looks. It is a very cool looking weapon, and the issues I do have with it are nothing patches can't fix, like, you know, fixing the balancing, maybe adding a few new models that you can swap in and out with the, you know, like with the barrel and all that. But really, for 300 credits, like when you look at what's out there for that price point, you can get some pretty cool stuff. You know, obviously, even with Starfield being limited compared to Fallout 4. And that's the advice I would give to mod authors. You gotta kind of elevate the vanilla system. You gotta come in with customization options that add features that the vanilla ones don't. Like, I played through the Shadow of the Hunter creation. That one will be up. I don't know when that one's gonna be up either. But the weapon included in that, the skins have custom effects and give upgrades and buffs to the weapon and stuff like that. It comes with a dungeon. You know, if you're creating a mod, you know, if you're doing a weapon mod, one way to really elevate, you know, your creation is to, you know, maybe add a dungeon that you have to clear out to get add a unique version with a unique skin, a named version. You know, do stuff like that. Like I said, this is all constructive criticism. I don't mean to, you know, dunk on the guy's work and everything, but, you know, look, I gotta be honest with y'all, right? And I don't feel like I'm doing him any favors by, you know, going easy or being soft, right? Like, you know, I'm trying to help you move more units here, dude, right? Like, I'm coming at this from like a consumer standpoint. Like, I don't really make no money off of these videos, and I'd like to see the game improved. So yeah, those are just my thoughts. I'm interested to hear what you guys think. If you picked this one up, if you were thinking about it.
All yours. Take a break. Let's chat.
I am talking. What do you think, Barrett? What do you think of this one?
You know, I needed this.
Barrett needed it. He seemed to like it. So, All right. And with that, I think I'm going to call it an episode, guys. Like I said, let me know what you think. I'll see you in the next one. Apologies for the real lack of I mean, it's been almost a month since I uploaded a Starfield video. Sorry, it's just real life shit got in the way, and I've, you know, got sidetracked by the rule of the wasteland. I got sidetracked by wasteland bullshit. So, all right. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.